Hello everyone, welcome to the new video tutorial of Biontech. In the last session we had discussed the chapter the introduction of cell biology. In this session we will be continuing the second portion of the chapter cell biology, and that is discussion about inorganic and organic compounds found in a cell. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to it and enable the bell icon to get the notification. So without wasting time, let's get on with the video. Okay, so in the last session we have discussed the introduction of the biochemistry of the cell. That means all the chemical compounds in the reaction taking place in the cell should be discussed briefly in Genson's point of view. So coming on to the inorganic compounds, that there are organic and inorganic compounds found in a cell. So the first one we'll be discussing is inorganic compounds that are mainly found in the cell. So it is found in the bulk as metals or mineral ions in the cell. So that are the inorganic compounds. It is found in bulk as the metals found in a cell. So the common inorganic compounds generalized manner can be represented as water, which is the main component, salts, electrolytes and non-electrolytes. So these are the main compounds or main inorganic compounds found in a cell. So the most important among them is the water, which we have to discuss in detail. The first one is water. It is generally seen in two forms, that is the free water and the bound water. So what is free water? Free water is that in 95%, that is in the total cellular water, that 95% of the cellular water is used as solvent by various inorganic compounds. So that 95% of the water which is used by solvent by different inorganic compounds in a cell is known as the free water. So that is what is meant by free water. That is meant free, which is used as solvent by different compounds. And the next one is bound water, that is the remaining 4 to 5% of total water is bound loosely around the proteins by the help of hydrogen bonds or other forces. So that is what is bound water. It is not seen the free or it cannot be used as a solvent by different organic compounds in a cell, whereas it is bound loosely around the protein with the help of hydrogen bonds and other forces. That is bound water. So these are the two types of water which is normally seen in a cell. So now let's focus on the other aspects of water. It is said that the solvent properties of water is really important in the life form, that basically like cell, this is very important, that solvent properties of water is very important. Why is that? It is because various molecular interactions, for example taking the hormone and receptor, antigen antibody, enzyme substrate, that interactions will all takes place and directly depend upon the solvent. So that is why the solvent properties of water is really important. Now next one, coming on to the biological relevant properties of water, the first among them is polarity. That is, it has if you have not studied the shape of water, it has a bent shape or bent molecular shape with an asymmetric distribution of charge. You can see that in the picture there. Now the second one is cohesive nature. That is, the cohesive nature means the ability to attract each other. Molecules of same type can be attracted very much. So that is a cohesive nature. So that property is mainly due to the hydrogen bond forming in network. So that is because the cohesive nature is because hydrogen bonds are present which forms a network. So that's the main reason which gives the property of cohesive nature to the water. Now the life which mainly exists on Earth is mainly due to the capacity of water to dissolve a striking array of molecules. So water is has the capacity to dissolve a striking array of molecules. Various other molecules can be dissolved in water. So that is the main reason why life exists on Earth. One among the main reasons that why life exists on Earth. So that is the biological relevant properties of water. Another important point is that various mineral ions are dissolved in water in the cell. So that is also an important point connecting to the solvent properties of water. So these are the main properties that make water unique, and it is very important in the existence of life on Earth. So I hope you understood what are the main points related to water and why is it is relevant in a biological form. So that's all about water. Now let's move on to another some important points regarding the inorganic compounds in the cell. Now some of the extra points that I have written here is that the majority of mineral ions exist in solution, that I have discussed in before point also. So I have just written here, and the major mineral ions seen in a cell are the highest concentration is H plus, Ca2 plus, Na plus, Mg2 plus and K plus. That is hydrogen ion, calcium ion, sodium ion, magnesium ion and potassium ions are major components, major mineral ions that exist in the cell. Now another important point is that the sodium, potassium and chloride ions are important in maintaining osmotic pressure and acid-base balance of a cell. So that is a really important point concerning the entrance. and also it is important to the theory also. So this is what we have to discuss, the inorganic compounds briefly, very briefly, in the entrance point of view, and also in the theory also, a short note which I have represented here. Now let's move on to the organic compounds. Now coming on to the organic compounds, these are the compounds of carbons which is seen in the cell. So this is the most important compound of a cell. The principal bonds seen in organic compounds is carbon to carbon and carbon to hydrogen. This carbon to carbon linking forms helps to form a large molecule, so longer size molecules in a cell. So the first compound, that is the first part of a large size molecule, is monomer. Then it forms joint links and forms oligomers, which may be used to 9 units. For subunits may be present in oligomers, that is up to 9 monomers are seen in oligomers. Then this oligomers again joins the carbon with the help of carbon to carbon forms a polymer, which is a large size macromolecule. Now depending upon the type of monomer, it is again divided to, if it has a similar type of monomer, it is known as homopolymer, and if it has different types of monomers, then it is known as heteropolymer. So that's what we have to basically understand about the organic compounds structure. Now coming on to the biological point of view that is seen in the cell, there are 4 types of organic compounds. The first one is carbohydrates, which is the source of energy. Proteins are there, which as messengers. Lipids are seen, and nucleic acid, which has the storage of genetic information. Now these 4 organic compounds we'll discuss in detail in the biochemistry session. Now that's all we have to focus on the organic compounds in the briefly in the surface view. So that's all we have to discuss here. If you have any doubts or confusion, please mail to bioantach@gmail.com. Please wait till next video. Bye.